Hey guys, hope you're doing great. Today I'm going to show you how to jailbreak iOS 13 using the Unc0ver Jailbreak. Now for this method you are going to need a computer. Now it is possible to jailbreak your phone without a computer, but the most stable way to do it is definitely with the computer, and it's going to be the most easiest to maintain over long periods. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so to jailbreak iOS 13, we're going to download two things. The first one being an application on the computer. So go ahead and head over to altstore.io and then click the download link for Mac OS. This is going to download the necessary code to be able to install the jailbreak on our device. That's going to give you this Unc0ver application. Now to allow this application to talk to iOS, we're actually going to have to install it as a Mail extension. So go ahead and open up the Mail app. Now that that's open, go ahead and launch the Unc0ver application, then hit open. You'll know it's working if you see the Alt Store logo in your toolbar. Next, go into your Mail preferences and then under General, choose Manage Plugins. You should see this Alt Plugin.Mail bundle option. Go ahead and select it and then hit Apply and Restart Mail. Alright, now that we have the Unc0ver plugin working properly, go ahead and plug in your phone to your computer. By the way, you can minimize Mail for this step, just be sure not to quit it. Now go ahead and open up the Alt Store menu by clicking on that toolbar icon, then go to Install Alt Store and then choose your device. Here you're going to need to log in with your Apple ID, but don't worry, this will only be going to Apple and will not be stored by Alt Store. This is only to allow the application to install the necessary app on your phone. And then you'll get this little notification on the right that it's installing, and then another notification that says the installation was successful. Now on your phone there should be a new application called Alt Store, and if you try to open it, it will say it's an untrusted developer. To fix that, go into Settings, General, Device Management, and then under Developer App, choose your email and hit Trust. Now you should be able to open up Alt Store. Now even though we're going to be continuing the installation on the phone, be sure to keep it plugged in to the computer during the entire process because it will need to communicate with the Alt Store application on the computer. Alright, so now to download the actual Unc0ver jailbreak, go to unc0ver.dev. By the way, the links for everything will be, of course, in the description below. As you can see right now in April 2020, it is supporting iOS 11 through iOS 13.3. Go ahead and download the latest version by clicking the download button, and then download. And now if you open the download manager on the top right, you should see it downloading a file. Alright, once that finishes downloading, go ahead and tap it to open it, click the share icon, and you should see an option copy to Alt Store. Go ahead and click that, and it should open up Alt Store. The first time you do it, it's going to ask you to log in with your Apple ID again, so go ahead and do that. Go ahead and hit Got It. And then after a bit of loading, Unc0ver should appear. Now as you can see, these apps will automatically expire within 7 days, but there is actually a tweak called reprovision which will keep this from happening, but I'll go over that more later in the video. Alright, now you can safely unplug your phone from the computer and we can continue the installation. Go ahead and open up Unc0ver. Now to have the best chance of success, it is good to go ahead and put it into airplane mode, as well as disabling Siri if you have problems. I'm not going to disable Siri simply because I know that it happens to work for me just fine, but if you do have any problems, you might try that. Alright, go ahead and hit the jailbreak button. You should see a bunch of code load, and then hopefully it will say jailbreak completed, and you can hit OK. The device will then reboot, and we are now in the jailbroken state. Now of course I already have a bunch of tweaks installed, so it's went ahead and loaded them up, but your phone will most likely look the same, except you will now have an app called Cydia, which you can then open. This is the app which you will be using to install all of your tweaks and themes. To get started, you can go ahead and go over to search and type in the name of a tweak. As an example, I'll go ahead and type in Saw, which is a great tweak. You can then tap on the name of the tweak and go to the page where you can see all the information about how it works. And if you want to install it, go ahead and hit Modify in the top right and then hit Install. This will bring up a new window where you can continue queuing, meaning selecting more tweaks to install, or go ahead and confirm the installation right now. This will run the code to install the tweak, and then when you're done, hit Restart Springboard, and when your phone resprings, the tweak will be installed. Now, if you want to get more tweaks, you're going to have to install more repositories, which are packages that contain tweaks. You can do this by going to the Sources page, and then hit Edit, and then Add, and then type in the link to the repository. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys every single tweak that I have installed, and hopefully that will help you decide if you want to install them as well, and give you some good suggestions for first tweaks. Starting off with App Store++. This is a really useful tweak that will allow you to just do more actions inside your app store. This is really useful if you don't like an update of an app. You can easily go in and just downgrade to a very specific version that you like. You can also block updates, which will allow you to keep automatic updates on, but exclude certain apps from updating. Awesome page dots will allow you to get this really cool animation with the bottom dots at the bottom of your home screen. Just a little aesthetic change, but I really like it. Barmoji utilizes the little space above your keyboard to put your most recent emojis. I use this one every day. Better CC11 allows you to customize your control center layout. That's how I was able to get this really long bar at the top here. And CCModules and CCSupport adds lots of new options and buttons you can add into control center. Cuboid is a really simplistic tweak that allows you to adjust the layout of your icons. If you just hold on the status bar, you can get cuboid, and then you can adjust things like your horizontal offset, as well as padding in both directions. So this really allows you to customize exactly how you want your icons laid out. Next is Cylinder, which is a really classic tweak which allows you to customize the animations of your home screen icons when you change the page. In the settings, you can choose any combination of dozens of animations. Flow Free is a completely redesigned music player for iOS. It just makes things look a lot more modern, and you can swipe between songs very easily, and of course you still have all your normal controls. You can also have it change your lock screen background depending on the album art. Half is a redesigned battery icon which allows you to have your battery percentage inside the icon. Saw is a simple tweak which removes the wasted space at the bottom of your apps. Screenshot Actions is a tweak which allows you to have extra actions when you hold on the preview of a screenshot. I use copy image and delete all the time so that I can paste it, say, into messages. That way I don't have a bunch of random screenshots in my photo library. Springtomize 5 is a great tweak for customizing almost everything about your iPhone. Now, I mainly just use it to customize my control center colors. I really like the purple color in here, so I use it for that, but there's literally endless possibilities with this app. You can change font size, font color, folders, all types of crazy stuff. You can see you can really do a lot to customize your phone with this tweak. YouTube Tools is a great tweak which just enhances your YouTube experience. My favorite feature it has is it allows YouTube videos to play in the background, so if you want to multitask and do other stuff, the video will still continue playing in the background, which is really useful. The tweak I use to get custom icons is Snowboard, and it allows you to stack several themes at once. I'm using Atlantic Dark, Vixilum, and Lotus Dark for my icons, which, by the way, if you want to change the icon of a specific app, just go into Edit Home Screen, double tap it, and then you can see all the available icons for that app, as well as go into All Icons if you want to choose an icon for a completely different app to replace it. I've also installed Dotto, which gives me these really cool, simplistic looking notification badges. I've also installed the Respring logo extension for Snowboard, as well as the CTOS Respring, which gives me this really cool respring animation. Zen HTML is the tweak I use to get my lock screen customized widget, as well as this really cool particles animation running in the background of my lock screen. And the widget that I'm using is LS Moon. Alright, now let me go ahead and show you some really cool tools that will really improve your experience with jailbreaking. The first one is a tweak called Choicy, which will allow you to automatically launch applications without tweaks enabled. This is really useful if certain tweaks always make a certain app crash. You can always go in and tell it to disable tweak injection for that particular app. DismissProgress allows you the option to close this little screen in Cydia rather than respring immediately, and then any changes you made will go into effect the next time you respring your device. Power Module adds an extra module you can add to your control center, which will give you really useful tools such as being able to respring your device. Preference Organizer 2 really cleans up your settings app by adding 3 sections at the bottom, one for system apps, one for tweaks, and one for App Store apps. Reprovision is an absolute must-have for jailbreaking, which will automatically re-sign both Unc0ver and AltStore before they expire so that you don't have to do it manually. And finally, SwipeForMore allows you to swipe left on a tweak in Cydia and have a bunch of quick shortcuts to certain actions about a tweak, such as removing it or adding to queue for upgrade.
Alright, well I think that just about wraps things up. I know the jailbreaking process can be quite intimidating to people, especially if they haven't done it before, but just try it out a few times. I promise it's not nearly as complicated as it might seem.
Also, a big shout out to the many developers behind the Unc0ver Jailbreak. None of this would be possible without you guys, so keep up the good work. I'm Josiah, thanks for watching. That was genius.